Rumble in the Jungle, okay? We got a three-way death match, all right? We got Victor, we got Kang in the building, and we got Chuck. Y'all all know him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been here years, and some people knew, but we all had our experience with them. Be honest, I look at these gentlemen up here as like uncles. All right, I got love for all of them, you know what I'm saying? So there's not a situation where we bash anybody or how we feel about each other because we are for a family, and this is why we put this thing together. So we're going to start this debate off the right way, all right? We're going to start with prayer first, though, okay, y'all? All right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to ask God to bless this, okay? So everybody hold your head. God, thank you for putting all these good people together today. Thank you for the safe travel. Thank you for your angels over us today, you know what I'm saying? And I thank you right now, God, to be able to let this debate show our brothers and sisters who the right person for the job is today. And on top of it, though, God, we ask you, God, to give the people the words and the clarity and the understanding to be able to receive what need to be received today for the people, to the management, from the leadership, down to the people again. You know what I'm saying? We all make this family work together. Name of your son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. All right, y'all. So we done with church now. We about to get to the Rumble in the Jungle. All right? We got our two contestants up here. All right. We got Curtis and Julian. Y'all know about them. Their reputation speak for themselves, We all know about, Curtis, he being a stand-up team leader. Okay, this guy right here, he go beyond. He supposed to go for the job of duty, to make sure his family's safe, his team is safe, and on top of it, make sure the job is done the right way. And we got Julian, he's a steward to the game. I'm trying to tell y'all, he know everything from the book, from the beginning to the ending. And that's the thing I like about the contract. People want to talk about what they know, and think about it, he's very astute with the contract. He's a wizard. So we're going to have these two gorillas get it out, they're going to bang it out, the Rumble in the Jungle, and be able to show you who the best, dealing with the versatility and their leadership, all right? So y'all gentlemen ready? Yes, sir. All right, we about to get it together. So we're going to start with the opening statements, guys, all right? You all got 4 minutes apiece to be able to tell the people, why you're the best candidate for the job. We got the panel right here. They have this set of questions for you guys as well. Each one of you guys get to answer the question for each one of these people up here, okay? They represent their part of the trim, dealing with years, experience, their versatility, dealing with where they came from the world, and on top of it, they be able to do whatever they need to do.
What's up? You the face of the new hire, so don't think we got. Yeah. We got it covered across the board. We got people that have been here 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, new hires. So we got some questions for y'all.
Oh yeah. Then on top of it, we got the Q&A section. This is strictly from the floor. More and more restricted, less controlled. So the questions they have for you guys, it should be taken serious. And on top of it, this is what the floor is looking at in this unrestricted speech. So hope you guys been doing your push-ups lyrically. All right, you about to get we about to get it together. All right. So the first person we got coming up is Mr. Curtis Golfin. All right. Y'all want to flip forward?
They did already. They said they did it already.
Oh man. Oh. I already know they had a competition already. All right. All right. We got Julian coming in. Okay. All right. We're gonna hear Julian open statement. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.
Thank you. I'm Julian J. Cavazos. I've been a UAW member for over 4 years, standing committee for 3. As chairman of Conservation Recreation, we have planted hundreds of trees, cleaned up tons of trash, beautified parks all around the Detroit metro area, cleaned up our watershed. I've been to more classes than I can count all past couple years, and I'm here to do serious business because this is a serious job. And that I will improve a communication by having a Discord so that all of our information will be in one place so that everybody will be able to access it, because Facebook chooses what you see. A lot of people don't know that, but a Discord, we'll all see the same thing. We'll have guides to different ETAP, new hire resources, all kinds of things that will all be in one place. I want to help people with their ETAP because I know that our reps that handle it have a big issue. They have all kinds of people they got to take care of, and we all have to do more for each other. We got to help take care of our family. We got to increase our education so our members know their rights and that they know when their rights are being violated, then it will be easier to push back on management aggression and overreach. And And as part of that, I will have the DTP Survival Guide. That'll be a living document that has important issues that our members face day to day in one place, and it will have where it comes from in the contract cited right there. So you can see attendance, you can look it right up, right there in the contract. You see vacation, it'll be right there, and then it'll be right there in the contract. So you can find it without having to read through dues, check-offs, management rights, all, you know, the stuff that don't pertain to you. So that you can easily find what you need so you can read it yourself. I will also have a QR code, the What's Your Beef poll, so that you can tell me what your specific issues are, so I know what's going on, and I can use data to attack the issues where they stand. And I will attack management where they're weakest. We all know they don't know how to do paperwork. Everybody's got a mess up. They all got issues because they can't fill out nothing. All they can fill out is write-ups. We're going to fix that. So, also during contract time, I will make sure that all of our members have resolutions, understand what a contract resolution is, and how to fill it out. That's it. That's Julian Cavazos.
All right.
All right, we got coming up next is Curtis Goffin from Trim. Let y'all know right now, you know what I'm saying? He ready to knock it out the park. So you ready to go? Get your open statement? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
My name is Curtis Goffin. I've been working at Dearborn Truck Plant for 25 years. 25 years, I've seen a whole lot of people come and go. Rules been enforced, rules broken. I've been a team leader for around 15 years. I work with management on situations, workers' rights, job changing. I've helped my operators know their rights. I can only speak on my area because I've been in there for 15 years. I recently applied to do this committee man job because I expect change on the floor. I want a stronger union presence on the floor. I want to make sure that all trim shop know I will be accessible. I will either be by phone. If you can't get me by phone, I plan on having a radio by me. As I told Julian, we are going to have a radio tuned into channel 5. 5 is a trim shop. So if you can't get me on the phone, get me on the radio. I will be on the floor. I will make my presence known. I've argued with management for over the years, and some of them work with me, some of them didn't. I work with the process engineers to make jobs better for workers. They might not get to me, my issues right away, but as time go on, things have changed. So I know how to come at management. I know how to come at the process engineers when they screw up. I know what the issues is on the floor when operators is getting mistreated. I stand by my operators. Anybody who's having a discussion or a disagreement with management, I'm there for them. If I have the input, they get it. I'm not going to steer nobody wrong. I never have. I've always been there for my people. Let's see. I think that's about it. All right. I think that's about it.
And that's what we want, you know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, we want that, all right? You know what I'm saying? People to come out and show what they really about, you know what I'm saying? I like that they hit the highlights of what they be the brain dealing with policy change and the change they want to see on the floor. And on top of it, you know what I'm saying, what they show personally dealing with their versatility and their leadership. That's what we want to be able to see, especially committee men. That should lure you on the flow, all right? That's the front line right here. This is what we hear. We hear shield hit the sword, all right? That's the sword right here, all right? Making sure you get everything you need, you know what I'm saying? So I'd like to thank y'all, gentlemen, for your open statements. Now, what we're going to do right now is the qualification round. We got the panel with the list of questions, came from the floor, all right, and strictly for the people. They want to hear what y'all got to say dealing with how you're gonna represent them when you get the job, especially if they vote for you. All right. We're gonna start with y'all system y'all have already set up, and then we're gonna work our way down. All right. So you already had Julian, you're first. Come up here to the podium. Then you're gonna ask the question, and after that, be right after them. All right, Curtis.
I would use our language on adverse mix, and I would also ensure that our members are able to do a quality job at their own speed and in their time, so that we can ensure that quality is first. Management is always pushing us to go faster, even when it is detrimental to our job, and these are our trucks, we own them. This is what we are supposed to be fixing and doing. So if we need the time to do a job right, I will push back on that.
What is your response to if management is complaining about the numbers for the night? If we down, if the bank is down, do you roll with them or?
No, I always believe the floor first. There's always issues going on the floor that are beyond our control, and the best thing that we can do is communicate them. If they choose to ignore that, that is their issue, not ours. We build the trucks. We are in our station. We don't handle where the parts are coming from. We don't handle the quality issues. We just let them know what's going on.
Second question. What will you do to ensure overtime fairness, overtime distribution in a fair way, and also prevent favoritism?
I will review the overtime reports with our overtime coordinator, and I will find problem areas and address it with those managers who are putting out an unfair amount of overtime, and remind them that we have a set guideline on how it is supposed to be done. And if there's an issue with maybe not enough training or versatility, that we need to set up better training and so we can get better versatility, have more equal hours.
How would you address issues related to line speed, workload balance, and job stress on the trim side?
I'll be bringing forward concerns immediately and push for adjustments when the workload is imbalanced in the cycle time or when line speed is creating unsafe, unreasonable conditions. I'll document patterns gathered, members' input, and talk to management, held them accountable for maintaining safe and fair conditions.
My question, or second question is.
Hold on.
Okay.
I know you said you would document, but how would you be for sure about what times and line speeds are the actual right times and line speeds for that certain job and line?
There is a committee person to do line study. So I will call him, ask him to come down.
So you familiar with the matrix system?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm making sure that he comes down, do the line study, so I can address that.
Okay, thank you. Number two, or the second question is, what will you do to ensure fair overtime distribution and prevent any favoritism amongst it?
I'll monitor the list, address discrepancies right away, and I'll make sure that everyone has equal access to the hours based on seniority and contractual rules.
Thank you.
Are you prepared to have everybody like number and?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
You know you gotta open up your personal life when it comes to trying to decipher for overtime and who's been where on weekends and stuff like that.
If I'm needed, everybody will have my number.
All right.
It will be, like I said, everybody will have access to me. If you have a question, I can address it.
Open door policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a job. Okay?
She's gonna be able to have a question for you strictly from the floor. All right.
Julian, how familiar are you with the UAW contract, local agreements, and grievance policies?
I am thoroughly informed on them. I read them every day. People that have walked through Trim 3 and 4 have seen me with my father every lunch reading the local, national, and bylaws as well.
I am familiar with it. I've read.
We need quiet in the room, quiet in the room.
Since I started this campaign, I've been doing my research on it. I know the steps that involve in doing that. So if any issue addressed, like come about, I know how to take care of it.
Did you know the language before you started your campaign?
I pretty much practice it on a daily on the floor as a team leader.
Okay.
So yeah, I know it. It's just like going over the paperwork. I've seen that everything that's said in the rules and stuff like that, I practice on the daily.
Okay.
So now I got the format down. So if I need to do what I got to do, I will do it.
What qualifies you to represent all members fairly, regardless of seniority, department, relationships, or personal friendships? And please give me an in-depth answer and not something generic. Thank you.
Well, I've taken a lot of classes, and one of them is that to be a leader, you need to be for everyone. And I have always disliked the title of committee man. I've always preferred union rep because you are the representative of your people. I think a lot of people forget that. You are representing the whole. You need to take care of everybody. So I have a holistic approach to it. That's why I'm setting up the DTP survival guide so that everybody has access, so that they can easily help defend themselves. Because when you know your own rights, it's easier for you to defend against infringement. So I do not have as much seniority as Curtis, but I think that can also be good because I don't have these possibly too friendly or too negative relationships with anyone. I'm coming in as a blank slate so that everybody will be treated equally. Thank you.
One more form.
So you coming in as a blank slate, do you think that gives you an advantage over people that have been there for over 20 years, or a disadvantage?
I think it is an advantage to me because with these 4 years, I've went to classes, pretty much all 4 of them. I've got lanyards that are like this, like it's like a prize fighter with chains, man. I believe in knowledge is power, and I've proved it.
Okay. How did you prove it?
I've taken all these classes and I've worked with people. I've learned from the people above that have done it before, and I've talked with former UAW directors, presidents, and I've asked them, well, how do you deal with this? What is your take on this?
So you learned and consumed.
That's right.
All right.
All right, go ahead. We got Q&A over here.
Hello. How do you handle pressure from management when defending your members?
I handle it well. I always want to make sure that my member is taken care of first and that they are treated like with the dignity and respect that they deserve. Because management always wants to talk about disrespect, but we have language on mutual respect. They're supposed to treat us like the rock stars that we are. We build these trucks every day, 10 hours.
Yeah, I like that.
We're building a truck every minute. We need to be treated like we make the money. We pay the bills here. That's the truth. They're just here to put time in, and they're supposed to make sure it's right, and they're not doing their job, are they? So that's a big issue. Pay issues are huge.
Okay. You wanna answer that?
Yeah. I've always treated my people in my area with fairness. On line 4, I dealt with all types of nationalities in my area. Everybody get treated the same. Nobody is above anybody else. We all equal on the floor. They come with me. They have an issue, they come to me. I'll make sure that I'll try to my best ability to solve their issues. My reputation is built on a foundation that I built for myself as the team leader, making sure that everybody's good, making sure their jobs are straight. I do not do favoritism. I don't do it. I don't do it. Everybody work together on my team. So the pressure from management, they don't come in my area because they know how I am. I make sure I make sure that everything is taken care of. They respect me, and I show them the same respect that they give me. They respect my people. If any issue addressed, they come talk to me first. But pretty much you hear what I'm saying. Management don't mess with me.
I hope y'all ladies and gentlemen are enjoying yourselves, and on top of it, you know what I'm saying, get to see these two candidates, you know. I love their responses, and you can tell they both put their heart in this, all right? And on top of their mind as well, especially for the classes they went to, and on top of the experience they be able to get to the floor, they had been through all the trials and tribulations. You know how it is being plant workers out here, being moms, dads, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, all right? We already know how it is, so it's good to be able to get these perspectives. So now we're gonna move forward to work issue rounds, okay? We're gonna ask the panel to ask one more round of questions, and after that, it'll be another round for the Q&A, okay, guys? All right, this is gonna be talking about real life scenarios that happen commonly, you know, on the floor for committee persons, okay? So we're gonna have Julian go first, all right? The panel already have it set up for the rotation. Y'all have fun, all right?
I got a question for you. Yep. What is the biggest issue facing workers at Dearborn Truck Plant right now, and how would you address it?
The biggest issue is pay issues. Our people are not being paid correctly. There's no accountability on the supervisors that are making all these mistakes. We need to address that by having rounds where I will talk with each team leader, ensure that there's a pay issue. I will address it that day, and I will review it so that I have a standardized approach, because we need to come at this aggressively. With people missing bills, payments, and then Ford's like, oh, you know, sorry, but if you mess up, that's treated like a $1,000 mistake, but these real $1,000 mistakes are being treated like it's just business.
Go ahead. Okay. Issues on the floor. Like he said, accountability. Lack of union presence on the floor. These issues are pretty much what everybody is saying on the floor. They want their union members on the floor to address little issues or any issues that they are currently having. Pay, that's big, because nobody in management is knowing that or paying attention to their mistakes. But like he said, when we make a mistake, oh, they Johnny on the spot with it right up. Nah, I'm not with that. I'm bringing that fight to them each time I can. It's going to be above my head, so I'm going to get people involved. Bargaining rep, president, I'm making sure that somebody can get an answer to the people. They need their money now. They don't need it next week. They don't need it 2 weeks from now. They need it right then. Bills is coming. What else is said? I mean, pretty much, I said it before, that they want accessibility to their counterpart, their committee man. Okay. My phone, I have his phone, radio.
Hold
All right. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you. I got a question for you. Yeah. Okay, so this next round, we have the Q&A strictly from the floor. They have a round of questions to ask you guys individually. All right, then we're going to move on to the next session. Y'all ready? All right, let's go.
All right. This question is probably one of the biggest problems that I've noticed, so I'm going to just ask it. How would you go about addressing start of shift issues? Because it seems to me most of the issues that come about on the floor in terms of fairness, seniority issues, all happen at the start of shift where there's no committee man on the floor in the beginning. And we can't get to anybody until 2 hours later when the issue's already blown up and somebody gets through.
That's a good question.
I believe in getting the issues right at the root. I'll be on the floor at the start of every shift, and I'll be there to the end of the shift. I will make sure that our people are taken care of. I like to say that the office is on the floor, and the union office is the break room. You will not see me in the break room very often because all of our issues are down where we're working. That's where our people need to be taken care of. That's where all the issues where you can nip them right in the bud, like they're doing the unfair practices, they're moving people out of order, they're loaning some guy because it's like, oh, that's my cool guy. No, we're gonna do that stuff fair the way it's supposed to be done.
Being a team leader, we see that. You gotta be right there to nip it in the bud. Make sure that you talk to the team leaders. Address their issues, because those are the ones that are the captains of the floor. That's where you will find that you can solve a lot of issues. All that, if you let them design their team without interference, you're good. You're gonna have a good night. But when management interferes with that, that's a problem. All that favoritism don't happen in my area. Now, across the board, they interfere with, let's say, new team leaders that don't know nothing. Now, that's where issue is. Now, sometimes those new team leaders, they'll come and ask seniority team leaders, yo, how can I do this? You give them insight on what to do, hey, they good. Now, if they do it, I mean, that's gonna be on them.
10-second warning.
That's gonna be an issue for them later. But for me, like I told you, management don't come in my area.
That's time.
Hey, I like that round. You know what I'm saying? We got to hold management accountable. All right. We got LaWanda coming up with another Q&A question. Y'all ready to go? Let's do it.
What experience do you have with union representation or helping coworkers resolve workplace issues? Now, I know you spoke about all your classes that you've taken and all the accolades that you have, but give me an example of some work that you've done.
Yep. As a conservation member, I have taken care of all these parks. I've also helped our chaplains with their gleaners and other issues. And I'm always offering my services to help people with ETAP or any questions they may have on our local or national contracts. One of my supporters recently said, I want everybody to have a Julian. I want someone who will be able to give their good advice and take care of them like you take care of me. Like, I want that for everyone, and that's what I want. I want people to have that access. I want them to be engaged. I want the old school trade unionism. I want 10 people running for every position because they all be good. I want them all to have that education. I want them to fight. I want us to really be born brand new where we're taking care of our people, and it's a fight to see who's going to be the best. Not that they're going to be a good candidate. Who's going to be the best for our people? That's what I want. I want all that. That is what I do. I feel it's important, and that's why I've treated that way.
Wrap it up.
Okay. As a team leader, I work through all the issues.
Okay.
Anybody, whether you're on my team or you're not on my team. If you have a question, I can answer it, I can resolve it. Yo, I'm there for you. There's been times where management will come at an operator for missing a wire. You gotta prove that. What's the rotation number? If you ain't got that rotation number, how you gonna say it's that operator? Regardless of what job they on, you gotta prove to me that that operator messed up. Now, 99% times it's not even an operator. But that 1%, they probably get tagged. But then it's like, what you gonna do? Now, no, let me take that back. Now, if it occurs more than once, okay, let's work something out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a good operator. I make sure I defend every operator everywhere I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So management can get away from that. Now, if they keep doing it, okay, you gotta talk to
Okay, I got a rebuttal. We know how long you were a team. How long were you an operator?
Operator?
Yeah. How long did you work before you was team leader? On the line.
On the line. Like I said, I came team leader for around 15 years. I've been on the line 10 years before that.
Okay.
And like I said, ups and downs. Like I said, I got people who got my back in case I'm in the jam. We all work together on the floor. Rough time. It's been a lot of rough times. I mean, I'm on trim 4. I got the windshield cell.
25 years, I could imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been through pretty much a rough patch in the beginning, because you know some people wanna try to prove themselves. Oh yeah, I can run this, but you really can't.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this is for both of you guys. I have known union reps that have come to me personally and said, oh my God, I'm so sick of this person. I don't want to represent her. I'm not going to defend her. What I want to say is I hope that that's not you.
No, I'm defending everybody. Good, bad, whatever.
And we got one more question for both of them. So go ahead.
Yeah, how y'all doing? Yeah, we got one more line of questions for you. Then I want you guys to ask each other a question. Then we gonna wrap it up with your closing statements, okay? All right. So ask your last question, and after that, have you guys ask each other a question, okay? Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm gonna no. I got a last question, and then we're gonna have a last thought about Jen. Hold on.
We got a question number 5. We're gonna head back over to the question focused for trim workforce concerns. That would be,
Okay, how would you advocate for safe working conditions when members feel the job is unsafe?
If there's an unsafe job, I will address it right then and there. I will never have our people working an unsafe thing where they can be hurt. I want everybody to go home same way they came. Any attempt by management to force our people to work an unsafe thing is not going to happen. We will bring down the whole office if we have to. We're not going to work unsafe. Safety is a big issue, and a lot of people unfortunately ignore it. That's like, oh, I won't get hurt. That's a big thing for me. I'm always on people about having the gun covers, all that stuff. I'm always pushing for safety because I care about our members. I want them to be safe and be good.
Okay. Well, how would you address the new hires as far as making sure they get proper training on their jobs and make sure they're following their OIS sheets? Make sure. How about that?
I'll make sure that we're following the way that it's supposed to be done with the 3 days, but there are jobs that need more time, and I'll make sure that if we need the time, we'll get it, because we want to make sure these people are doing a job and they're safe and they're doing a good job. They always want to rush us because they want everybody qualified, they want everything, they don't want to deal with that. They want to move on to whatever they want to work on. We need to have our people have an equal opportunity to succeed so that they can, make money, pay their bills, take care of their family. So.
thank you.
Okay.
He got the same, asking the same one.
Okay,
First and foremost, safety is the first thing. If the job is unsafe, I make sure that everything is handled accordingly. If they feel unsafe, they'll have to let me know so I can get health and safety involved so we can make some changes, get something fixed, get something moved so they can feel safe. Let me see. I don't put nobody in harm's way. I make sure everybody, whether it's a team leader, well, even management, operators, make sure they understand, hey, look, this red zone is for a reason. You gotta wear your glasses. You gotta wear your gloves. You gotta stay within the area in which you can work. Anything come out of sort, hey, let me know so I can make my calls.
Okay, I'm asking the same question I asked him about the new hires and making sure that they're trained properly and that they're following their OISC properly and that they have enough time to learn that job.
The 3-day rule sometimes get ignored.
Yes.
But it all depends on the operator, how he pick up those elements. If he pick up those elements a day or two, I would walk up to him and ask him, like, hey, look, you good? You understand everything you're doing? Cool. If
What about the ones that don't pick it up?
pick it up, give them an extra day. I mean, I give them enough time to make sure they understand the do's and don'ts. If they can't get the job, I'll try them on another job. It depends on.
I got a question. What's enough time? Because they say 3 days, but do you feel like that's enough time?
No, not on some jobs.
Okay.
I mean, okay, for instance, a happy seat. You need quite a few days to get adjusted to sitting in that chair, moving around in and out of trucks. You gotta work with a hoist. Basically, the job is a hoist. If you can find a way to maneuver around in that hoist, you good. If you having trouble with it, until you tell me you're good on jobs that consistently having hoists, you good, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because I'll leave you alone. I mean, the line gonna go down anyway. It's gonna go down. You can't not go down.
5 seconds.
So, any job with the new hires, I'll leave them on it for a couple of days to see what they can do.
Yeah, and on top of this, I'm gonna kind of go out of section right now. She had a question she wanted to ask, and I want her to be able to get her voice spoken to. So I want you to ask your question. After that, we're gonna move on to the next segment, okay?
Yes, when it comes to the time frame, okay, who's detected and who's to say who's ready? Because I've seen and I witnessed in my years here, pregnant, I was able to do jobs that men would walk away from or said, I can't do it. Okay, and I am a whole woman. I'm statute large, but I'm a whole woman. Okay, so who's to detect when someone isn't ready? Because there are people that want to play their game and act like they can't do it, but when you put their butt to the fire, they be able to execute. So when do we dictate when we're gonna stop babysitting and let them do it on their own?
Amen.
You got a minute to answer.
So, the 3-day rule helps with that, but it's also about effort too. If they're not putting effort in, then they got to put in effort. We're all here to do our job and go home. And if you don't want to do your job, then you can go home. We got to work. We got to do our part.
So you willing to acknowledge that the operator sometime will be lazy or wrong too?
It all depends on the situation. There's definitely jobs that aren't suited to certain people, and there's jobs that are. Like some people have finesse issues, but they can do strength.
But are you willing to acknowledge that sometimes the person that you are representing is probably lazy or on some bullshit sometimes too?
Sometimes they will be, but I'm gonna treat people the way that I want to be treated. I'm gonna treat everybody like they are gonna succeed, and I want them to succeed.
Okay, so if it takes them 2 months to learn this job.
That's unacceptable. No,
It's unacceptable.
no, I don't accept that. Right.
All right, let him answer the same question. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
That falls on management because of the fact that management do not listen to the team leaders. That's not our fault. Because we evaluate each worker. We walk around and watch how each worker is. That is management fault because they don't listen to us. They got it in their head where they want to do what they want to do. They want to play that favoritism crap. But yet, as me as a team leader, and especially in the trim shop, team leaders ain't hearing that. But then next thing you know, we go up against them, then what? Then they want to cry. You can't cry when you have an operator who's not paying attention to the elements. You move, I'm not saying we gonna move them, but yet maybe they're not done here. Move them, let's find a place for them. I'm not saying, hey, let's find a
So I'm gonna ask you the same question. Are you willing to admit that?
Some of them are, but yet that goes to the team leader. We are. So why not listen to the people who's in charge of the 12 or 13 people? You can't do that. You gotta,
You're not listening to us. You as my union, I'm sorry, I'm out of place, but you as my union rep, how are you gonna make sure me and my team are heard?
I would talk to management, get them involved, make them see what this operator is doing. Now, if you want to keep them employed, all right, I'm never going to say fire them, but move them out the area. Move them out the area so my team can run.
How would you do that?
I mean, that is pretty much all you can do because, they're going to play their game, especially with people they like that don't do nothing. But there's ways around it. There's different strategies you can do. There's just that people don't do them because they're tedious. You have to do the whole process so that you can do that. So it makes it easy for everybody. We'll let them keep learning for 2 months, but if it's an issue, then we need to.
As a team leader.
When I came here, I had 3 days and you was a job.
Yeah, 3 days. That's
Yeah, I got you. I like this dialogue because we really getting real answers, This is from really, what I call unrestricted speech, free speech. And if people want to be able to speak, and let you know their concerns and give you constructive criticism, how we could build this factory together, these trucks together, and we all family. We had somebody in the crowd that asked for a question. Where's she at? Go ahead. After that, we're going to move on to the next section. What was your question you had for him?
I never said that.
You said that as a team leader, you would tell
I'll let you come to the mic. Come on.
No, I said I will make sure that the operators are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, if they don't, what am I to keep them in the area?
But your job as a union rep is to protect.
You just ask, which one am I? Am I the junior rep or am I the team leader?
Team leader. So in this forum, you are a union. You are
And I told her that I would protect my people. That's what I said. But as a team leader, I have to let management know. Okay, and I said what I was as a committee man. I did say that.
Okay. Julian, you want to respond to her as well? Yeah. We got one more for you, all right?
So I believe everyone has a right to good, strong representation. Good, bad, lazy. We all pay dues. We all pay our hard-earned money for the union. I will never help management get rid of anyone that is not it, but I will make sure that I find somewhere where they can succeed. If they can't succeed there, then they're going to have to find somewhere else to succeed. That's just kind of how it is. placement is mostly a management and team leader thing. It's not really something you encounter so much as a rep. That's all.
Okay. So we about to wrap it up with closing statements. I'm gonna have the candidates come up and ask each other a question. And after that, they're gonna give a closing statement. Okay. All right, Julian. Yep. No, ask your question to your candidate. Then you close the statement.
Oh, I'm supposed to ask him a question. I didn't know that. Closing statement. I think Curdy's a good dude. I think we're both an asset to the union and to our people. And what would you do once you are in office?
When I'm in office,
Give a closing statement first, and then ask.
Closing statement first? All right.
No, yeah. Do a closing statement first.
mine or, I mean,
How do you want us to do?
yeah,
Like a joint statement? Like. I didn't do my closing statement.
All right. Well, how you do the question? Then close the statement.
What is
You already.
what you want me to do? You
Yeah, do
answer
your
this question? You answer this question or? All right, closing statement. My name is Curtis Goffin. I am running for the Trim Shops Committee Man. I would love y'all vote. It will be change on the floor. Address, if any issues is present, call me. Like I said, I'm gonna have a radio, as well as talk to Julian about that, so we both can be hearing any issue, any problem that's on the floor.
My closing statement, I've worked hard for this. I've made sure that I am properly equipped for our members, because at the end of the day, it is a service to our members to take care of them. And I wanted to make sure that I would be able to do a good job for everyone and take care of them like they're supposed to be. I will always push back on management aggression and overreach. I'll always listen to our members first, and I'll take care of our members so that they know that I have their back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to hear from both candidates. All right, this is the conclusion of the what we're gonna call the first committee man debate. All right, so happy to have them come out, and show their versatility, their leadership ability, and also and answer the questions that people have for them. All right, thank y'all for coming out. We're gonna do a brief intermission before we do the presidential debate. We got about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. All right. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, this is what y'all came here for, all right? The Rumble in the Jungle, okay? We got a three-way death match, all right? We got Victor, we got Kang in the building, and we got Chuck. Y'all all know him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been here years, and some people knew, but we all had our experience with them, Be honest, I look at these gentlemen up here as like uncles. All right, I got love for all of them, you know what I'm saying? So there's not a situation where we bash anybody or say anybody better. We love all of them, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna get an opportunity to be able to hear from these people, these men. They want to be able to guide us in the right direction with their leadership, their versatility, their experience, everything they did in the plant. They want to be able to get back to the union and the membership, So we're gonna do this presidential debate off right. We're gonna give them a round of applause for showing up and being able to give you guys an opportunity to be able to speak to them, and on top of it, take y'all questions to be able to give the people what they really need. A fair shake. On top of it, let them know that, hey, the management is not them. You know what I'm saying? This is the union. All right, coming and be able to represent y'all the right way and let y'all know y'all being protected. I ain't gonna lie, Kanan came through for me, Victor came through for me, and Chuck came through for me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to equal my love for all of them. Yeah, you know, so this the best people we can have up here for the job right now, you know. So as we're gonna start this off, we're gonna give them an opportunity to be able to give their opening statements. They're gonna be able to give you pretty much an intro into who they is and their campaign, the administration, and what they be able to give to the membership. Y'all ready?
Let's get it. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, y'all ready? Yeah. Let's get it cracking. All right, the first challenge that we got coming up, all right, is Chuck McCoy, all right? And after that, we're going to go in order, dealing with Victor Bean and K Mass, okay? Are y'all ready to go? Let's do it.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck McCoy. I started in 1996 back in Michigan truck. I got a first job in 1997 and was an alternate in 1999, an alternate leading person. I was elected in 2004 and we come over up here on 2007. We lost the ship. And that's where I met Nick and we formed a team together side by side and we won the election. 2009, I was put in the bargaining position. Right at the time, I think we had it on the crew in 2009. And I had the bargaining position until that summer. And later on that summer, I got, later on that fall, I was appointed health and safety. So I've been an intricate part of this leadership team forever. Since probably 2008, I've been in so many meetings. I was Nick's primary advisor and also the safety person for years. To this day, we still have a standing agreement for safety. I was a big part of that. You look at your local agreement, that's something that we've negotiated. I've been involved a long time. I have a plan, a real action plan that can change this membership and lead it to the right direction. It involves getting you all involved. Currently, we work out of what I call a triangle where everybody talks down on the membership instead of the inverted triangle where membership speaks what they need down at the leadership. Out of my 30 years here, we've tried everything here except for being a better service and listening, really listening to the membership and just dictating to the membership and cherry picking some of the issues we actually want to fix in leadership. So I'm well versed in, I've done quality, just standards. I've done a lot of different jobs inside the union office, and I just know what I'm doing. I have a lot of experience. I took the safety job, knowing good and well I'm capable of being bargaining or chairing or anything. I took that job to be a team player. Everybody can't be a chairman. I worked for the side, I helped everybody over the years. So I just think being sometimes a bigger man, even though I know I was more than capable, talented and everything, I just was always wanted to be a bigger man for the sake of everything. So I really want to take this job because look at this right here. Look at what we're doing here right here. I have an action plan right now. We have a website already in play. We got outside of Facebook, which is currently the only platform basically that we use. We got our own website. It's already live in effect right now. We got our own newsletter, and that's supposed to be ran from the floor by the people on the floor, not by the leadership, but by the floor and supported by the leadership. So, I got a whole lot of plans that I've already had in place that move forward. So my platform is really solid. I've talked to a lot of people on the floor. I just see so much now more, and that's going to be my time. But I give these guys give me a shot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We got Victor Bean coming up. Victor Bean coming up. All right. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you for hosting this. Thanks for everybody for coming out. A little bit about myself for those that may not know me, haven't seen me around. Originally hired in at Wixom Assembly in 1997 and worked on the floor there roughly till 2003. No, it was 2003 where we had a shift reduction and I was transferred to the Rouge plant where I started, came to Dearborn Stamping Plant. Worked there for a year until Dearborn Truck Plant opened in the spring of 2004, and I've been in the truck plant since then. Started getting active 2006, 5. Got elected as general council delegate, served one term as a general council delegate, and from there, I didn't feel that that was enough to quench my thirst for being able to help the membership, so I continued and was the first body shop C-Crew district rep where I served 2 terms, and then since then 2 consecutive terms, and then since then I've served 3 consecutive bargaining terms. So I've got quite a bit of experience being on the floor, being in meetings, helping the membership, learning the contract. I've taken classes, some of our workshops that are offered, some that have been done through the company. So I got a lot of experience as far as grievance handling, pushing stuff up. Looking forward to helping out the membership move forward. That is where we need to go. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us, and I would like to lead a strong, unified committee for that, to make sure that the people's voices on the floor are heard and pushed in the right directions where issues need to be resolved. I've been on the bargaining team that has negotiated 2 ratified local agreements. I have also had a couple of special other assignments. One was contributed to some launch issues at Chicago Assembly Plant, which a lot of our members benefited because we were able to get some of that overtime and work that with a lot of our members. I was put in charge to help lead that, rotate it, which led to some changes because the first way wasn't working, so we did lead some changes to improve that. So I've got experience addressing issues, seeing issues, trying to fix the issues that we have, and it's not just one. We got 3 great reps that have served their time serving this membership, and not one of us hasn't given up time with our families and all that. So we all appreciate that. Thank you. But the reason why I'm running, and again, with what I just feel like I am the most experienced person that has addressed issues and that needed to be, and in the proper manner, because that does come with doing it. And I want to continue to do that because we still have plenty of issues that affect us every day. So I look forward to this. I appreciate you guys putting it on. This is a great forum. This is a great way to meet our membership. While we have a packed house here, we don't have near what we need for our membership. And the word needs to get out, so I appreciate you guys putting this forum together to give us all an opportunity to get out there. Thank you, everybody.
Don't y'all love that, y'all? All right, y'all hear from your uncles, all right? All right, they're taking care of y'all, all right? I want to introduce Kane Mass to come up to give his opening statement. Y'all ready? Let's get it, let's get it.
Hey, thank you, Kane Max. I'm very, very proud to stand in front of you as one of your candidates for the president of Dearborn Truck Plant. Currently serving as a truck plant president with Nick Catalis being on a long-term medical leave. Hope everybody can keep him in your thoughts and prayers, right? He's done a lot of good service for this membership over the years. Chuck, Victor, Chuck was a mentor to me when I was first starting out as a committee man. That was a long, long time ago, right? Back in 2008 is when I first served as a committee man. Then I was elected as a bargaining rep in 2011, negotiated a contract back then for the truck plant, passed the first time through. Ran for president back then and lost, unfortunately. I don't know where we'd be today if I had one. I'd like to think a little bit better off than we are. Anyhow, I came back a couple of terms ago. I've been a 2-term bargainer now. Won the vice president position. I've been out at UAW sub-councils. I was elected to the bylaws committee. In fact, was elected as a bylaws committee chairperson. Stood in front of the UAW sub-council, which is the top leadership for the UAW, and spoke on changes to the bylaws. I'm very well respected throughout all the UAW Ford system, and we got a lot of work to do. I took over for Nick on Tuesday last week. First thing I wanted to do was schedule a cross-crew meeting for the staff, which we had on Thursday. Was the first one we had in over a year, I believe. I scheduled a meeting with the plant manager on Thursday. I took the vice president and the bargaining rep with me. The issues we discussed, first off, was pay issues. I took a printout with them. We had 2,411 pay issues in the month of March alone. This was not a comfortable conversation that we had with the plant manager. We expect change. I've reached out to the UAW International, our servicing reps, and they're going to be helping me out in the meantime while I'm here, and hopefully I can get your vote and your support. We got a lot of work to do. We got to bring this UAW staff back together, and we got to start bringing these issues to where they belong, the plant manager, okay? In the last 6 years, I hadn't been to one meeting with him. Nick had all those meetings by himself. Didn't involve me at all. I wish I had been involved because I believe there's a lot that could be done in that meeting. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, I love them opening statements, y'all. All right, how y'all feeling right now? Oh yeah, y'all ready for the first round of questions? Okay. All right, so this first round of questions is gonna be from the moderators, okay? All right, the moderators have questions that came strictly from the floor, all right? This is from the heart. This is from the minds of the people that come to work and do these 10-7s and build these trucks, all the way from the new hires to the 20 years, to the 30 years, to the 15 years. You know, everybody did their time to be able to build this quality, this product. So we want to be able to hear from you guys on what we expect from you guys, all right, as leadership. Y'all ready? All right, moderators, y'all ready? Let's go.
I'm gonna ask the question.
Yeah.
Like how we did it with the committee. I'm gonna ask a question. If you need us to repeat it, we'll repeat it, but I'm gonna ask one question, all three will answer, then we're gonna go to the floor. First question is, Chuck, why are y'all personally running for president? Why is it personally important to you to run for president? We know about keeping it for the job status and for the family, and why for you personally is it important for you to be the chairman, for you to be the president? Why?
For me, like I said, I've been heavily involved from the beginning. I've been in leadership outside the building all my life in everything. So I've always been able to have a lot of doors open, and I've been selfless the whole time, and I can stand back and help from the sideline. I've done that so many years here. I've supported a lot of these brothers here over the time, tried to help because I'm okay with some of those roles until I got to the floor. I never forget when Tony Gazzarato was on the floor. He said it was horrible. The morale was jacked up. I did not believe him. I've been knowing that man all of my years here, solid guy. I did not believe him because that would have meant that in the union office that we would have to be accountable for the way the morale is and the way it is on the floor. I did not notice it until I got on the floor. When I got to the floor, it hit me like a cold rag, like bam, that we're doing this wrong. Even though everybody's working hard, I see it. We're on a hamster wheel, and we have to do something different. And I know it from talking to the people on the floor. There's 70% of the membership now without pensions that are probably 15 years and younger. All of the things we talk to are basically older things that in our time that we used, and it's actually not, they're not available. Those things are not available. No, I'm sorry, time over there. I'm sorry. My bad.
Same question, Vic, same question.
I don't want you to think I'm cheating off of Chuck. So I believe the question was, why are we personally running, correct? Okay. So for me personally, again, like I've said, we got 3 grade trade unionists up here that have given a lot to the membership. And if it was any other situation and I didn't feel that I was the person with the most experience, ready to run, ready to fill this role, this is something that I have strived for and knew at some point it was something I would want to do, just because it does stay in the plant. With that, I want to help lead the teams that make it better for the floor. I don't think any one of us, and I'm saying myself included, not one of us has the magic wand. But what I don't see enough of is the committee working together as a whole, and I want to change that because I have seen what can happen when the committee works together as a whole. Because as a bargainer or a chairman, we're not on the floor every day. 100% right. But our districts are out there, and they're the ones getting their asses kicked every day because they're hearing it right from the floor. So I've led things as far as grievances and working together, so that's what I plan on doing going forward. Thank you.
We got Kane Mask, everybody. Kane Mask, all right? Same question.
Can you repeat the question, Pearl? And don't start my time yet.
Is that what happened to me?
I don't know.
Hey, why are you running personally for president besides anything else that you got going on? What makes you get up personally and want to run for president?
Personally, I'm going to tell you a story. I had a young man who was coming to work. He was taking a bus. He'd come to work every day, get on that bus, and one day the bus was late. So he showed up, worked late, and the company wanted to terminate this individual. Going to bat for that young man and winning and keeping him employed after what he was going through, taking a bus to work, showed me that this is what this is about for me. It's helping this membership and making it grow and doing the right stuff for you guys. That's what it's about for me. Cut and dry.
Okay, we had an opportunity for the panel to be able to ask a question, so we want to ask a question from the Q&A section. All right, you guys are ready? Let's do it. Come on, Chuck.
All right, first question. How will you make sure the contract is enforced fairly for every worker, not just certain groups or your friends?
Number one, we're federally mandated, right? We can be sued for not representing anyone. I just love to win. I mean, I'm a fighter. Anybody who know me in here and been involved with my stuff, I finish. I come with the smoke. I am really aggressive with it. I'm for real about leadership. I think of this as like our house and somebody coming in our house to come for the kids or something. That ain't gonna happen. So the contract, we run into a lot of issues. Most of them are not usually contractual. They're normally a lot of other things outside of the contract, but it's really easy to enforce that contract and that language. And, you just got to push it through and be willing to deal with whatever consequences it is as a leader that, definitely gonna make sure that happen like I've always had. They follow the contract. You gotta hit them in the mouth sometimes, you know, if they don't hear you. And I don't mean to sound like that aggressive, but that's what it is. You gotta come down and hit them, so. And I don't mean physically.
Hold on.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
With the new contracts coming up in a couple of years, we got a lot of new hires, and then some people that only been through one contract. How
Okay.
can we make sure that the employees are fully informed about what's going on with the contracts and stuff like that? How would you go about that?
So currently, like I said, we have a website right now set up in the newsletter run by the floor. We have tabs on there. There can be, anything can be added from contract language, anything that we could pull up right there instead of searching through Facebook and all of that. We need our own platform, and we need to be able to access that information. And my idea is to, just like I even have some information before we leave, to put out information to educate the membership on what's going on, what we all do. I mean, a lot of us can't even probably name what the roles and responsibilities of all of us are. I have some of that in there, and that's a part of it. Get the people involved from the floor to ask what they need so we can get it to them. So.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can I do a quick
Yes.
follow-up? 'Cause it pertains to everybody. So I want to give an example of how I feel like sometimes it gets messed up, like with short work week.
Okay.
There was a time before this last round of short work week going around last year where only certain people were getting short work week, whoever management felt like deserved it. And
Okay.
I was one of them that I got it, but everybody else, nobody else, a lot of other teams weren't getting it, a lot of other people weren't getting it, and they had seniority and everything like that.
Okay.
And I asked the union rep, and the answer I got was, hey, if some of us are getting it, just let it go. And that rubbed me the wrong way it always has. Like, how can we ensure that's not the attitude going forward?
So I always say, and anybody who's dealt with me, I don't close doors. If you call me about a door that somebody else done opened up, keep it open because I'm bringing everybody else in there. You don't close doors, right? So, I mean, I enjoy calls to say, hey, this is going on over here, and we're not doing that. Again, I don't believe in closing the doors. I'm just going to open, we bringing some more people through there. So everybody, you have to be fair and do everything right. And just because you may hear them on the floor doesn't mean that these guys don't get involved later on and fix it. It just may be initially, but once you can show that one person is getting it, it's kind of hard to, I mean, you may want to get with the reps. I can't understand how you wouldn't be able to get everybody else paid.
Low seniority, high seniority, every nationality in that plant, we are all underneath that UAW circle. The way I represent folks in that plant is I represent every single individual the same. I don't care whether you're high seniority or low seniority. So that answers your question right there. I don't see a difference in a low seniority, a high seniority, or any nationality. Was there an add-on question?
There was two, weren't there?
No, it was one add-on.
Yes, I gave the example of right now we're getting short work weeks, some of us, but last year it was happening as well for a while, and like I was getting it, but a lot of other people weren't getting it, and they were very frustrated. And I went to somebody for help in the union office, and the answer I got was, hey, like some of us are getting it, we want to keep them getting paid, so we can't chase this. And that rubbed me the wrong way, so I would like to know, how will you ensure fairness that we get everybody to get the same thing? Because I don't feel like if one person's not getting it, nobody should get it, to me.
So every situation on that shop floor is going to be unique. If somebody volunteers to do a go-home, it's going to be a volunteer. In order to get the short work week, it's going to be a force out.
Yeah.
So we need the membership to stick together, everybody to turn down the go-homes. Then the company's going to have to force people out, and that's the point where it triggers that short work week. So I understand that the reps have a responsibility here, and the responsibility is to educate you folks that this is what we have to do. And we fight hard to get that for you guys, and so that's how we do that, okay?
do the same as I always have. The contract is the contract, whether it's the local agreement or the national agreement. It doesn't change for anybody, and that's how I represent. So it's as simple as that to me. Second question?
Second question was like the short work week. So there was an issue where certain people are getting short work week. Management might like that person or whatnot. And other people are not getting it, other people are not getting coded properly. They're being coded, but they're not getting the short work week. So, and I went to somebody in the union office and they told me, hey, people are getting it, we can't mess it up for them. And I feel like if everybody's not getting it, nobody should get it. That's just how I feel. So how would you ensure?
So the first part of that is the situation. Is it a voluntary go home? Because we've included local language in our agreement on a process to follow that to make sure it's fair and equitable for every member on that team. That's number one. Number two, if it gets to a force out, and we've had to go through this in the past month and a half because C-Crew has had a bunch of people there and the company was forcing people out. And there's a proper way to do that, and that's defined in the national agreement because it turns into a temporary layoff situation. When there's a temporary layoff, management, and this is what we forced them to do on the shift I was on, canvas high and force low, and then they have to give that short work week go.
Hey.
All right, go ahead. Our next question.
Okay, this next panel we're gonna have come up, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have them talk about what they feel the floor is thinking and what they thinking and everything. So y'all ready to go? Round two? Let's do it, all right?
Good.
All right, go ahead.
If a worker feels they were treated unfairly by management, what specific steps would you take to protect them?
Well, first you gotta get their story, find out what's going on, any possible witnesses. I mean, this happens all the time down there, and we know it, right? Yeah. And you gotta find out their story. If there's any witnesses that witnessed it, you know, sometimes the team leaders we get involved. Sometimes it's the member that's working across from them, and then depending on what the facts become, because here's what I've learned in my 15 years of being an elected rep is. There's two sides to a story, and then there's the truth. Right. So you weed through the bullshit, get to the truth, and take appropriate action depending on what it is. Sometimes it's just a matter of having a conversation with the process coach, the lead process coach, or depending on how high you have to escalate.
Right. But
go ahead.
But at this point, you will be the president, so it will be a couple more steps before you are called down to the floor to handle this. So
for sure.
So as the president coming down there, how would you handle it? Because would you talk to your reps first, or how would you?
Definitely going to talk to my reps, assuming that they've already been involved, because they should be. Okay. And typically they are, because the district reps are the first ones down there. They own that district. That's theirs, right? And I would hope that some of the steps that I just talked about were already done. And if it still has to be escalated from there, I've done it. We've had an issue where the company was limiting, they cut the ERTs, driving passes, and we couldn't get anywhere within the company, so I did take it upon myself to call our director, and there was some conversation between the trades who runs the ERT teams, and they got that resolved, the issues that they had resolved, so okay. Got experience in that.
Come on down, Kane, come on down. Good.
Yes, sir.
If a worker feels they were treated unfairly by management, what specific steps would you take to protect that member?
So we're talking about from the president wall. As of right now, what I would do is I'd have conversations with my district reps, ask what they've done, what sort of investigation they've taken, and if they hadn't completed a complete investigation, then I would get involved and we'd go down, we'd get some statements taken. If we needed to, we'd get the labor reps involved and bring them down and get them involved as well. Okay. It's a common thing to do is to bring the member up to labor, have them sit down and talk with the company. If it gets to my level, it's gonna be some serious heads rolling, if there's legitimacy to what's going on.
Okay. Chuck?
What was the question again?
If a worker feels they was treated unfairly by management, what specific steps would you take to protect that member?
As a chairman. So, I mean, I don't believe in the bullying stuff. Come from a, pretty rough background. So if they want to play that, I'm coming with that, If I get a call on something like that, I'm definitely coming aggressive because I believe when you come like that and match that energy and then go a little bit further, then now they want to see and sit down and talk a little bit. I've done that many times in this day, and I'm sure, some of the guys have. That's how I roll. If you, I come with whatever energy you bring. This is how I grew up, and this is all I've been doing for brothers. I've been fighting my whole life. So if you want to come that route, I'm really good at that, but I just believe in diplomacy and going up top and actually working.
Do you, hold on, I got a question. So do you, with that being said, you believe in the iron fist, velvet glove effect to approach and stuff like that?
I just believe in, I match the energy. I come with peace, right?
Yeah.
But when you come, I go from 0 to 10 so fast, I can
Okay.
All right, you see, we got some fighters up in here. We got three different types. We got a boxer, we got a kicker, we got a stab.
Match it with the time.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of it, every
We're gonna do one, then we're gonna come back around.
You guys genuinely got a love and a passion. This is what we're gonna be able to show the people. And on top of it, we happy to have you guys participate in this. We gonna go to the next round. You guys ready? Yeah. Okay. Second round.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get it right. Go ahead. Next round of questions.
The question is, how will you improve communication between leadership and workers on all shifts? How will you improve communication between the leadership and the workers?
First thing that has to be done is the leadership among all three crews within the committee has to happen, and that's part of what my issue has been coming forward into this election, is that hasn't been the case as much as what I have seen in the past or what I participated in. Because social media platforms are a great forum. Some paper bulletins are a great platform. Those are both, because we do have members that will only do social media. We do have members. I'm getting old myself. I want to see a paper sometime. So getting that out, getting information out is definitely key.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is, how will you improve communication between leadership and the workers?
That's a
on
great
all
question.
shifts?
That's a great question. Since taking over on Tuesday of last week, I put out 3 bulletins. The first one hit the shop floor Tuesday morning, announcing what was going on. It initially hits the shop floor first, team rooms, cafeterias, then, I did goof up, and that was a pet peeve of mine too, was we get information from social media from the chairman, which is BS, right? So I put it out on the shop floor, I put it on social media, 3 hours later I let the entire staff know. And I apologize to them for not giving it to them first, right? Because the staff deserves it first. Is my time? Thank you. Can I keep going?
Go ahead.
There was 3 bulletins this week. The second bulletin that went out, I notified the staff first, put it on the shop floor second, then posted it on social media. Because we're gonna put it out real time in the factory, on the shop floor. This is how we do things, old school like we used to do it, on the shop floor first.
All right, I heard you mention social media. are you planning on making some type of different outlet besides the Facebook Dearborn Truck Plant page? Because a lot of people is not on that page or not involved with that.
That's a great question. Do I plan on creating a whole new Facebook?
No, not a whole new Facebook page or some different type of outlet. Maybe you might have your own website or a QR code or somewhere where we can communicate besides Facebook. Because it's other people. It's some people. A lot of people don't have Facebook and are not members of the Dearborn Truck Plant Facebook page.
Right. 810-691-2696.
All right, bet. That's a good argument. Okay. Yeah.
2011 up and put down the calendar. It's got my cell phone number on the bottom. I'm gonna hit the shop floor first with the information. I'm gonna post it on the social media pages.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna do business.
Okay.
Now, if some other ideas come up down the road that's gonna be better, I'm with it.
All right.
All right, I'm all about it. Thank you.
The question is how will you improve communications between the leadership with the members on all three shifts?
Well, currently, I've put together a website, separate platform right now that's in operation. Facebook is only a platform. It's being blocked or filtered by certain people. Not only that, we need the membership to be involved, and that's why this newsletter is developed so the membership can take over, right? It's From the Floor News, and you can have links to, we actually want to bring back the social media department, number one. We lost that, and this is a part of what we're doing right here. This is all homegrown. Everybody works at the plant in here right now, so, and they're looking at this, so hopefully we can bring this back and start pushing new things. We got 30 years in here. We didn't do these things in my day, and look at us right now, all homegrown. This is how we're going to be able to communicate to the membership, guys.
Yeah, this is what we came to do, all right? And on top of it, you know what I'm saying, we want to have the panel, the Q&A, be able to give one more round of questions. And after that, we're going to do a closing statement. And with the closing statement, I want each candidate to ask each candidate a question about why they best for the job. And after that, we be able to come to our decision on who's best for the job with our votes. All right, thank y'all for coming out here today. You know what I'm saying? We about to wrap this up in a second. All right, so we're going to get these candidates to get their closing statements, and on top of it, you know what I'm saying, what they need to be able to do for you guys to be able to show them why they best for man for the job. Are y'all ready to do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What are your top 3 priorities if you elected chairman?
Top 3 priorities being elected chairman. Number one is getting the committee together, working together. I'll say this, I've been with the splits and the shifts that we've had over the past year and a half, 2 years. Missed my C Crew committee, and now that we're back together, what I saw within the first week, because again, like I said earlier, not any one person carries this committee. Every elected rep, every appointed rep in there plays their role, and if you're utilizing everybody, taking input from everybody, because again, those people are the ones that are getting the floor first, right? So along with that, got to communicate with each other and move forward.
I like the 3 though, top 3 priorities, and it's going to be evolving, right? This isn't going to be stagnant. It's not. These are the top 3 priorities for the next 3 years. Number 1's going to be get these pay issues under control, right? Fix this shit. Number 2 is communication, which I've already started. Right, 3 bulletins in 1 week. We're going to continue those and keep informing this membership of what's going on. Unity. We've seen that the staff has been fractured, the membership's fractured. We got to bring this back together, right? One of the things I want to do is grow our union meetings. Instead of these being some bitch fest, everybody comes out and everybody's pissed off, we're going to start to grow these. We're going to do some events out there. We're going to have some food, do some donuts, something like that. What I want to do as a chairman, oftentimes the chairman gets trips to Black Lake. I want to start raffling these off at the union meetings. I think it'll be an opportunity. I think I can get some people to come out to them union meetings if I'm raffling off a trip to Black Lake, right? So.
Question is, what's your top priorities?
I think my first priority, top priority, would be to start educating the membership. Like I say, there's a 70% less than 15 years seniority in there. A lot of people don't know a lot, so it's hard. You hear a lot of questions. I want to get involved, but people don't really know what to do or how to get involved. Number two is to make this a better service. I mean, we're just not a service to the people who don't get in trouble. I mean, you gotta step out of line to actually feel a service or watch everybody else get a service, and I don't think that's right. I think that we should be able to do that. And the third thing is just to make sure that we transition and start to make sure we're looking out for the future and not have a top-heavy committee room like now where it's everybody's got over 20 years and probably one person less than 15. We gotta change those things. But that would be changed.
More questions?
My question is, number one, who decides when hours are rolled back at Christmas time? That's my first question, because this past Christmas, they were threatening to roll them back, and low seniority, yes, I am low seniority. Low seniority does not get overtime in July, which we don't have that shutdown this year, so that's not a big deal, but just for future reference. And then they decide they're gonna roll back the hours in December when they fucking feel like it, honestly, because the middle of the month is not the beginning of a new car year. That is not the beginning of a new car year. So my problem is, if we're gonna have people in office that are gonna roll hours back to appease their high seniority friends, because they want them to get they want them to get the overtime in July and at Christmas, is not fair. It is not fair. And I also want to know, I work at MOD, but we belong to FINAL. We are not a part of this union. We are not able to vote for anything that has anything to do with anything over in FINAL. But FINAL makes all the decisions for us. When are we gonna have a change there? Because I don't understand why we belong to Engine, but every decision that's made for us comes out of.
So I'm going to respectfully request that the second question I don't get timed out on, because I do want to answer your first question, right? But so the answer to your second question, our units, our bargaining units are dictated by the local. There's a lot of issues or a lot of parts in the national agreement that say accept the Rouge. But that's because we are an aggregated union, right? We have 3840 units within our union. So within our local, I mean. So with that comes the local dictates who represents who, and a lot of times they do that based on population size, because we get our reps by site. So, and that gets divvied up between DDMP, Dearborn Stamping, Engine Plant, which currently they're representing, or Stamping is going into Dearborn Engine to represent their people, right? So that would have to be changed either through general counsel or through national language. Because that is a site issue that we don't get to dictate. Like I said, when I first became a committee person in 2011, I was part of the Stamping body unit because Stamping was given supplemental numbers for their rep count. So, now what was the first question? I'm sorry.
The first question was, when does a new model year start?
The overtime, correct. So the overtime zeroing out, the work, and whether it's Christmas or vacation shutdown is clearly defined in our local agreement. I will admit that there probably needs to be something changed in our next local agreement, but it was followed to our local agreement. Our hours zero out with the new model launch. The new model launch, I want to say, was December 15th or 14th of this year. That was when we started running the 2026s. that dictates what it is. And used to be the 2-week shutdown in the summer, for those of us that are used to this, it was always the first 2 weeks of July because of and for that, seniority would dictate that because people were being forced to use their vacation time. So if we need to change that and address it to issues that have arisen since then, that needs to be done through the resolution process and the local agreement.
Thank you.
The overtime, we did launch the new vehicle in December. I don't remember the exact date, and that's why the hours were rolled back to 0. And that's why the overtime went that way through Christmas. I'm glad you do, and now you're out down there at MOD. If we could get MOD, I'd love to have MOD. I'd love to represent more folks, but the local's not going to give it to us. They gave that to the engine plant, and but I'd love to have it. I'll take MSC too. I'll take it all. All right?
Like basically, like these gentlemen were saying, it's an amalgamated local. The local has so many different individual units, they couldn't go to each individual chairman for the decisions. So it's totally. So we're doing this right now. There's a lot of eyes on this. When you get involved, that's what makes changes. You are the membership. Look, it's 3 of us up here, right? And we're asking for support. This is the membership. Look at, this is what rules. And as long as you get together and make your points and make them the right way, people have to hear you, right? Or then maybe you're sitting up here when they don't hear it. So you have all the power. You have all the power. Get involved. This is going to make a lot of noise throughout everywhere. Just piggyback on this and keep it going.
Okay, this is just a quick personal question, personal beef. I had an issue a while ago. It was a safety issue, but the point is, how will you as chairman ensure that the reps that you have chosen get the proper education so they actually know how to address issues on the floor? Because I ran into a situation where the rep that came to the floor didn't know anything, but the team leader, later on I found out that they were giving me the wrong information. And I just feel like that's wrong, especially since it's your responsibility to make sure you choose people who know how to do the job.
I think she's talking about backup team leader.
No. Okay, so no, there are reps that are appointed. There are reps that are appointed by the chairman. As you can tell, Kane just posted about reps that he appointed to certain jobs. No, I understand it's not you, Kane. Not you, Kane. But what I'm saying is, in appointed, I had an issue where I had to call an appointed rep to come down. And I'm trying not to just say a name. This is not important at this point. But the appointed rep didn't know what they were doing, and they allowed the supervisor to make a decision that put us in a bad situation. And then later on, when I actually got the job as a bid job, I was going through the training, and the team leader is showing me that what the supervisor had me do for their convenience, absolutely wrong, and they were not supposed to be able to do that. So I feel like sometimes people get chosen for jobs that they are not qualified for, or they don't get the education. So how will you make sure that the reps that you appoint get the proper education so we're not screwed on the floor?
So for certain appointed, especially appointed reps, they go to training throughout the year. Now, there may be instances when they first get on that they don't have the initial training, but as the president chairman of the unit, it is our responsibility to reach out to the international and make sure the reps that we appointed have the proper training. Because at the end of the day, the chairman president is going to be the one that makes that appointment. So why wouldn't you want that person properly trained? And there are training programs, and then there's conferences the local, the region do things. So that is definitely a key. While the training doesn't do everything, because there are real life situations, but it's all available. The chairman's responsibility is to make sure that they are trained properly.
So, Kane, how will you ensure that the reps that you get to appoint get the proper training that they need so they don't screw people over on the floor, basically?
Well, we're gonna make sure they get the training, Michelle. That's gonna be number one, is they're gonna get the training before they go into the role. Number two is, what we've seen over the years is alternates have been played politics with. Rather than put a lettered, trained person into an alternate position, which is what I will do, there will be a designated alternate, lettered alternate, that's fully trained in every appointed position there is. So when an appointed rep takes a day off, you're going to have somebody who's trained and knows what the heck they're doing. I won't just pull somebody off the line just to get a political favor, if you will, right? Which is, everybody knows it's been the game, right? We don't have letter reps for a reason, or alternates, okay? Thank you.
I've been both. I've been elected and appointed. It's nothing worse than being elected and not having that support of an appointed person. The appointed person, they don't get voted for. They're supposed to be taking the bullets. They're supposed to be out there. They got a whole lot more room than the elected. So I'm definitely going to make those decisions. I have a lot of ideas on some things right now. See these bags under my, I've been thinking all the time. I ain't getting no sleep. I got some ideas on what I want to do right now. I've been watching people for years. I know how the committee functions. I know the strengths of a lot of people. I've been watching it the whole time. So I got some pretty good ideas. I've been talking to people on the floor. I'm looking at some people out on the floor to understand that. I'm ignoring the timekeeper this last time, but that's their job.
Oh my God. Hey.
The people who run for reps, the people who don't get elected, should maybe be looked at to get appointed, because they're the ones that want to do the job and are willing to do the job.
Oh yeah, I'm happy you did that. And then we had one more question before we move on. Mr. Monty Wall, where are you? Mr. Monty. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and after this question, we're gonna do the closing statements from the candidates, and let you guys know I'm happy y'all participated in this first ever Dearborn Truck Plant presidential debate. You know, hey,
Come on, DTP, we doing that.
yeah, y'all are part of history tonight, y'all. So I can't wait to talk to y'all after the mix and mingle. You know, but we're gonna get this question off and we're gonna get these closing statements rocking. All right, let's go.
That's it, child. It's a personal question. As a president, how are y'all gonna ensure that not only the appointed but the elected chairman or whatever is gonna protect the employees? EI. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. If there's a situation and the labor tries to come to the employee 3-4 weeks later, without the employee have no knowledge of the situation, how are y'all gonna protect that employee when she's able to, or he's able to cover themselves and have the backup at the time of the issue?
The bottom line, if something gets to the president chairman, that is a simple floor issue, it's deep, right? And again, that falls back to what has already been said, or what I've already said, and I believe a couple others have. At the end of the day, I got to find out where the district rep was involved, or the bargaining rep that was involved, that was in it.
When a bargaining rep is not doing their job, how are you gonna protect that employee when the bargaining rep is not doing, or the representative, the rep is not doing their job, when they're just okaying with the office?
Well, once it gets escalated to the, once things like issues like that get escalated to the president chairman, it gets handled at a whole different level than what the district rep or the bargaining rep was dealing with in that situation. So it would be the chairman's responsibility to escalate it, again, whether it was through the labor rep, supervisor, all the way up the chain.
Guarantee me if I run for you, if I elect you, that you're gonna guarantee that you're gonna step up and you're gonna protect me.
If I'm gonna do a full investigation, and I'm gonna take everybody's, like I've already said, I got to take in what everybody has to say, what their involvement was, what circumstances were, because we're talking generalizations, but each issue has specifics in it, and it may be something that's contractual. It may be something that's not even covered under the contract. It may be a company policy. Sort of answer just specific. I can't do that in that.
Vic's 100% right. You have to know every detail about it, but if this comes to me in real time and this bargaining rep's not doing the job, I'm gonna do the fucking job. I'm gonna do their job. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do the job.
The balance that, or the idea that you're looking for is a balance of formidableness where we can, in a sense, have that power and right just as well as these managers and leaderships feel like they have that formidable right. Where is that gonna leave us? We have to write up these leadership needs to be written up as well. Is that
That's right,
maybe
that's
what
right.
she's looking for?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And this is where we put this together. You know what I'm saying? This forum was put together for you people to be able to come together and be able to talk to us about what's, you know, what's on your minds, and on top of it, the things you want, you know, change with, you know. And then on top of the leadership and the UAW put this together also to be able to hear, and on top of it, implement the change, you know. So I'd like to thank y'all for being part of the change. And we about to go ahead and get these closing statements together, all right? East Cannon's gonna come up and give his closing statement on why he's the best person for the job. And on top of it, will he be able to offer you dealing with versatility and leadership. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Let's get it. Closing statements, ladies and gentlemen, closing statements.
Well, again, thanks for those of you that helped put this together, those of you in the panels, everybody coming out, everybody that's going to end up watching this or is watching this. It's been a great opportunity and something that's long overdue. I definitely appreciate the opportunity for you guys, the membership, to hear it straight from us rather than just seeing us on the floor or when we're passing out a literature. This was a good forum. So I'm just going to go back to my opening statement. My experience, my knowledge, and again, it's nothing against, I'm running against two great opponents, right? But I feel like I'm the person that this is what I've been training for, with no other better way to put it. You know, I've helped push national language that has changed for a short work week issue. C-Crew used to have big short work week issues, and it literally took 3 words getting changed in the sub-agreement, and I worked hand in hand with some of the national negotiators to craft that language, or that they crafted that got in our contract. So we have issues in our plant. We got immediate issues, the pay issues, 100%. Crazy, out of hand. I know it's been discussed at by one of the other chairmen of we need to get national language in about pay issues, and I will 100% support that, if not strengthening our local agreement, because we have some minor language, but that's a huge issue. We also have issues of stability. We've seen our plant go from having 3 crews for 15 years straight after we cut it the first time in 08 and brought it back in 09, and then we went from 09 to 24, 23. We've added a new building, and we staffed that with full 3 crews. The bottom line is we aren't shit if we don't have jobs, and somebody needs to be in there, a team needs to be in there to make sure that we're doing what we need to do so we can continue working. That's what we're all here for, right? That's what brought us all together. Now, some of us become friends, some of us haven't, whatever, but at the end of the day, we're here to make sure, and any of us that are in these leadership positions are here to ensure that we have continuous employment, because some people in here have gone through cuts at plants. So that's key. Making cases for bringing new products, and national negotiations are in 2 years, and we got a lot coming. We got technologies coming. So I feel like I'm the best person qualified to listen and lead the teams that can help push and keep our plant moving forward. So with that, I appreciate your support and would appreciate your consideration for President Chairman of Dearborn Truck Plant. Thank you, everybody.
That was amazing, y'all. All right, we got Kane Mass coming up. All right, y'all ready? Let's do it.
This sure has been a great event. I appreciate everybody coming out and giving me the opportunity to speak to you. On Tuesday last week, I took over for Nick. I stepped in, and I think we're going to do an amazing job in this. Not taking this on as if it's a temporary assignment. It's a long-term medical leave for Nick, and I want to start what I'm doing today to carry us into the future. This isn't, hey, let's ride us through till an election. I stepped in day one, going in here trying to make change, trying to build this staff together, had that cross-crew meeting. It was a great meeting. Everybody was really excited about it. We got a lot of good information. The stuff that the folks brought up in the meeting were actually things that I had addressed that same day with the plant, with the plant manager. We're going to attack these issues. We're going to knock it out the park. My goal is to build the best UAW staff you've ever seen at Dearborn Truck Plant, the strongest. A vote for me is a vote for proven leadership that you can trust. So I appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right, we got Chuck McCoy, y'all. Chuck McCoy. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, electing me, I think I'm definitely the most experienced person up here. I've been a leader all the time. I take on all the hard stuff. I don't get involved unless somebody else can't do it. That's always been the case. I'm a visionary. I've put together a lot of stuff with staff people that we have in the background, all of this stuff going on right now. I understand what we have to do to make these transitions. I've listened to everybody. Again, when I was in the office, there were things that we just could not see. So I respect these guys so much. I just don't think anybody inside the office can see the things that the people can really see on the floor. And some of the barriers and just all of the, and that's no disrespect to anybody. It's just that had I run from the office and not from the floor, I could only be as dynamic as maybe the next person or maybe a little better. We need a complete overhaul change. We absolutely do, and that's who I am. I'm a relentless fighter. I've been involved from day one all the time. I've done a really good job, in my opinion, of hiding that and letting other people shine when I've been taking care of a lot of this stuff. I promise you I have, and some of them will attest to that. And that's the kind of team player I am. I'm ready to come out now and show you what I can do on my own. I got a team already there. I'm telling you, this is all I do and think about. And it's already out in my mind, and we're going to make this happen for sure. So. And my birthday is on Election Day, May 14th. Look out.
We all know what Chuck wants for his birthday. Hey, but I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the first Dearborn Truck Plant Presidential Debate Edition podcast. All right. I want y'all to know y'all all are superstars, okay? Give yourselves a round of applause too, okay? Yeah, because we nothing without y'all. On top of it, you know. Look at this right here. Look at this, look at this. This is what we want to see. Yeah. Yeah, this a brotherhood look like, you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but I'd like to thank y'all for coming out to the first ever Dearborn Truck Plant. Y'all can get pictures with the mix and mingle with the candidates afterwards. Thank y'all for coming out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the #1 plant podcast, all right? We represent the people and the voice, all right? Thanks for coming out. We'll see you on the other side. You have a blessed one. We out.